affectionately known as Chris or Big Hub, excelled in all he attempted, from academics to athletics, and served as an exemplary leader and role model for his peers. Big Hub often seemed unable to contain his enthusiasm for life and lived as his heart was overflowing with a love that it was unable to contain. Indeed, it was a huge heart that took his life. A symbol befitting an incredibly loving and well-loved young man. Tragically, on August 18, 2005, following a scrimmage game at the basketball with his basketball teammates at Penn Valley Community College, Chris collapsed and died as a result of sudden cardiac arrest. From his incredibly well-lived, albeit too short life, was born the Christopher L. Hubbard Foundation, a nonprofit organization dedicated to empowering at-risk youth and supporting them as they reach out for their own dreams. Although Chris never saw all his dreams come to fruition, for every young person the foundation is able to help, a piece of his dream lives on. Yes. As was his life, the legacy of Big Hub is too powerful to be contained.
I don't know about you, but that just chokes me up.
Yes, 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 it does. Thank you.
His story speaks volumes.
Yes.
After his death, sudden cardiac death, a young man with such a huge heart, there was no way that that death could just be a death. Through that death was birthed the Christopher L. Hubbard Foundation. And through that death, the life, the will that we have as a foundation to allow his heart to beat on. What you see here that says, have a heart for our youth, the legacy beats on, I'm going to ask Amanda Harrison to come up right now. And what I know that we're going to do the mission, but I want Amanda to come up here. Not that she's ready, but I want Amanda to come up, because what I want to do before we talk about the mission is just allow Amanda to introduce the people that are behind this whole push to have a heart for our youth in the community. Thank you, Amanda.
I'm used to it after talking after you. Well, good afternoon, evening. I appreciate you guys for coming out. My name is Amanda Harris. I'm actually the president of the Christopher L. Hubbard Foundation. It is an honor to be able to stand here in front of you guys 2 years. There's a lot of not-for-profit organizations who can't say they've made it 2 years and we're still standing and we're beating strong. Let me first have the members of the board stand up, those that are present, just so that you guys can see them. The initial heartbeat of the foundation. But as the foundation grew and the needs of the youth grew, we had to grow too. It's been 7 years this past August since Hub passed away. And so on August 18th, we took a tragic date and turned it into a birthday. And on that day, we birthed the Big Hub Club. And the Big Hub Club is a group of auxiliary individuals who have pledged their time, money, blood, sweat, and tears to our vision. and the youth of Kansas City. And so I'm going to ask all the members of the Big Hub Club as well to stand so that you can see this wouldn't have happened without them. Then it would be my pleasure to introduce my right hand. Don't sit down too fast, Stephanie. He's going to come up actually and give you the mission of the foundation. You know why we're here. You've heard Christopher's story and you see the hands behind it. So let me show you what we're here to do and why your help in this is vital. Mr. Haynes.
I was gonna come up to some claps. Stop. Well, yes, my name is Stephen Haynes, and I am the Vice President of such a great foundation that was started by such a beautiful blessing that is Miss Kimberly Hubbard Stewart.
Yes, amen.
All right. So today we are here yet again to speak to the powerful impact that our namesake, Mr. Christopher L. Hubbard, had not only us representing the foundation, but on behalf of those who he inspired with his life and his legacy. Now, many things have been said in the past and will be said today to validate our claim of his impact. From his academic achievements to his well-documented and highly decorated athletic accomplishments. Now, from the outset of this foundation, we had one goal in mind, and that was, and still is, to continue the legacy of Big Hub, affectionately known as Big Hub. It was my friend. I called him that. Yeah, 100%. I called him. Yeah, now, we then began to brainstorm and try to come up with an official mission statement. And after countless hours of deliberation and contemplation, we agreed that our mission statement should read as follows. The Christopher L. Hubbard Foundation was designed to provide financial, moral, and spiritual support to high school seniors who are embarking on a journey in furthering their education. And the Christopher L. Hubbard Foundation was created as a legacy to the memory of a young male who not only excelled in athletics, but academics alike. And we strive to ensure the next generation have the support necessary to achieve their dreams. That is our mission statement. Now, this statement, these groups of words, when dissected and examined, individually carry a lot of weight with them and should not be taken lightly. For example, embarking on a journey, meaning to start heading from one place to another that is a great distance away. Now, on our journey, there are ups and downs on any journey, mountains to climb and valleys to surpass. That's where we, as vowed supporters of our youth, come in, with either financial, moral, or spiritual support that we so desperately need. Secondly, support necessary to achieve their dreams. That statement. Now, it's funny, the location that we are directly across the way from Kansas City Chiefs Stadium, because I heard a quote from a former Kansas City Chiefs coach, Mr. Herman Edwards. He says, "A goal without a plan is simply a wish." Now, once again, family, this is where we lend our hand. Being there to help those define dreams, wishes, and ideas, and help them transition into actuality, existence, and reality. Miss Kimberly Hubbard Stewart, she too shared a dream. Once upon a time, she dreamt that a foundation would be in place to be a blessing to kids like she had most certainly been to her own child, as well as his closest peers. She then embarked on the laborious journey of defining that dream into a plan of action and presenting it in a way that those who were made aware of it could not do anything but assist her in such an awesome philanthropy endeavor. So here we are now, filled with that infectious enthusiasm and desire. With us now is great momentum that began from just a thought.
Yes.
Momentum that will propel us to higher heights and success undefined. Mr. Charles J. Gibbons says, success requires first expending 10 units of effort to produce 1 unit of results. Now your momentum will then produce 10 units of results with each unit of effort. That's what I do. What I take from this is something that Mama Hub, if I can say that, this is what we call it. What I take from that is something that she has always said to everybody on the board in every meeting. All hands on deck. Now we will need the support from each and every one of you under the sound of my voice. Because with your generous support, we could reach many more of our youth. And that's truly our goal and truly our mission. Thank you.
I'm sorry. It's not that often that I do this for this young man, but I think we need to give him another round of applause. Because that young man was powerful. Woo. That young man right there, I remember the first time I met him at Hogan Prep Academy. He was at a basketball game. And I remember saying to my son, that's a hoodlum. That's right. I said it with a southern drawl. I'll say it again. That's a hoodlum. And what I mean, he was wild, crazy, talked crazy, acted crazy, all that. But you cannot judge a book by its cover. All that was a cover-up, because y'all just heard what just came out the mouth of what I knew to be a babe. I am so thankful to have you as the face of the Christopher L. Hubbard Foundation. I publicly want you to know that. And with that being said, and as we move on through the program, what I want to do, I know Amanda, she came up and she introduced the board. She introduced the Big Hub Club members. But here's what I have to do. This is like a commercial break or whatever, but here's what I need to do. What I need to do is I need to ask the Christopher L. Hubbard Foundation board, along with the Big Hub Club members, just one more time, stand up, because I need to do something for you. That God continues to bless every endeavor, everything that you touch. I pray that he bless, because you have certainly been a blessing to me with this foundation. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I've had all these wonderful people to stand up, but I also want to acknowledge someone who is my right hand, quiet spoken, really wanted them to be sitting at the head table with me this afternoon. I do have a better half. He's going to be very upset with me because I'm getting ready to put him on blast because he didn't come up. I hate to say this, but it's true. He's probably the best looking man in the room tonight. I would like to introduce to you and thank him as well for putting up with everything that anything that I ask regarding this foundation, he does not hesitate to jump on board to do. Ladies and gentlemen, help me to thank my husband, Mr. Eddie Stewart.